audio.
Like the internal audio for like
Yeah. Yeah, just in case baby's crying or something. It's nice, crisp. You can hear it
Wait, you don't
perfectly.
use your Elgato?
I use it for the mic, but my AirPods are just audio, like what I can hear.
Gosh, we're so dialed. Boys, I listened to an entire Joe Rogan podcast today. I rarely listen to podcasts, but man, I should listen to more.
Dude, I sent Trevor a pod to listen to on his drive down, and he said 10 out of 10 recommendation. So
send it to me because I've been mowing recently. What's up, Coco?
yeah, Coco just walked in. Are you been mowing? It's kind of a creepy one though, so I don't know if you're into that stuff.
Send it. I just like put the AirPods in and blast it full blast because you can like hardly hear them talking over the mower. But I find it very entertaining to get through a full day of mowing solo because my foreman is out of town this week, so I'm filling in.
This one's 4 hours. It'll get you there.
Are we recording?
We're recording, dude. We're live.
Oh, sick. What's up, boys?
Lock in, man.
I love how Theo Vaughn, when he's recording with guests, they'll be like 10 minutes in and he's like, man, great to see you. Like, welcome to the show and stuff. Like, he'll always like do that super late. It's so funny. He's the most unique interviewer I've ever heard for sure. Dude, Brad Pierce is filming a commercial with him next week. Can you believe that?
What? Really? Where at?
Los Angeles. He's doing a college game day ad for ESPN and Celsius are working together on it, and it's Theo Vaughn and Kirk Herbstreit in a ad together or a commercial. So Brad's
that is so rad. It. He's like boys with the Celsius guy, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like their exclusive like marketing company, I guess. Brad's so pretty cool.
Done a good job.
Yeah,
he's everywhere.
Indeed, it is. Yeah, I've never had one. Does that count as an energy drink or is it a sparkling water?
Oh, it's very much an energy drink.
Yeah, I think they have a lot of stuff in there.
There's 200 milligrams of caffeine, brother.
200 milligrams. Wow.
I used to take those before runs.
They've got a few milligrams of beaver tranquilizer as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's with the white monster obsession online lately? Why is everyone like that?
It's a trend, and I bet you Monster loves it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they do. It seemed they probably didn't expect the white monster to hit so hard with endurance athletes, you know? But Hugo Fry's like leading the charge on that.
White Monster. I feel like White Monster has been a thing for almost a year, but it's making a resurgence for sure. And I think that it's like kind of here to stay, kind of like Chili's. You know how Chili's became a meme? Now White Monster is a meme. It's like a white person culture thing, right? Like they say we don't have culture. We have Chili's and White Monster, fellas. How's that for culture?
And Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Don't that's you forget it.
Chili's is, there's never anyone at Chili's in Louisville because it's right next to the Olive Garden, bro. People in Louisville love Olive Garden.
Huh.
They place that horribly. Like, why would you place it next to an Olive Garden, bro?
Horrible placement. So I have a hot take about the Joe Rogan podcast I listened to. First of all, it was very interesting. It was about this guy who is his most recent drop. It was like today.
Okay.
And the guy is basically doing research for reverse aging people. And he's like, in our lifetime, in a couple decades, we'll be able to reverse aging. Like reverse
at 90.
Who's the
guess? Brian Johnson?
I assumed that. I saw that and I thought of him, but it's not him.
It's not
Brian Johnson's like the guy that looks like a ghost. Like he's like
it looks like a vampire, dude.
It is. His name is David Sinclair.
Yeah, dude. I like that guy. That guy's interesting.
Yeah. So he's very, very well spoken. And my hot take about it is Joe Rogan. Maybe it's like he feels like he's on his toes or something with a really smart guest, but he wouldn't let him talk. He was almost trying to make everything funny, and it was almost to the point where it was rude. He was like making fun of him almost and trying to be like a comedian. And this guy took it pretty well, it seemed. But
yeah, he's had him on the podcast a few times. I think.
Yeah.
I think they're buddies, but yeah, I see what you
Somewhat.
mean.
I mean, yeah, it didn't seem like they were that good of buddies. Like the guy was like very
Oh, really?
appreciative that Joe brought him on, but it almost seems like Joe has so much power. Like he's like so big. Power is the wrong word, but like he's so big, and the guests get so much. Like anything that gets said on the Joe Rogan podcast as like a market, like free marketing,
Yeah,
just skyrockets companies, unless it's
Yeah.
for the worse. Like if Joe's like, hey, I don't like this, but yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like they can't disagree with him. I don't know. It was just interesting. Like doing a podcast 3 times a week and then listening to that, he would just cut him off constantly.
what were your takeaways for like health and longevity?
I have always thought red light therapy is a hoax,
It's not.
but I think it might be helpful.
Wait, is this the thing that we all got our wives for Christmas?
Yeah. It's good for your skin for sure. Like in terms of, I mean, Jacob uses it to like rehab his Achilles. Like he sits on a red light
Yeah.
thing for like a long time. So it must have some value. I mean, I know several pros do that, I'm sure. So, I mean, the Fonz does it too. Everything the Fonz does is scientific. So, I mean,
That's true. He bought a house, by the way. Scotty, what else is does Dave Sinclair say?
Man, just like fascinating. He's like, we're gonna have a drink and a pill. We're already testing it on humans. And Joe was like, is it working? To basically reverse engineer cells.
Yeah.
To be like
Did they-
old cells to new cells. And
Did
like
they say the word Yamanaka factor on there at least once?
I don't you know when you're doing like a very active task and you're listening to a podcast, you hear about
Yeah,
60% maybe.
it may be hard, maybe, especially if it's sciencey like that. Maybe
Yeah,
35%.
It was sciencey, and I had an engine in my ear for 4 hours. So
yeah.
take it with a grain of salt. It was very enjoyable though. I definitely like. I don't know that I learned anything, but it was more like exposure. I need to. One thing I did gain was like David Sinclair was talking about if you don't use the brain God gave you, then you're gonna lose it. Like so, like reading and researching. I that's like I think that's gonna be my 2027 New Year's resolution is to just like not read because I already did that and I did it the day before the New Year. That was a joke, but more just like try and consume more information that will help me like grow. Like like almost like school type information, like research,
Scholarly.
yeah, be a little more intentional about what I consume more than just like comedic or doom scroll type
For sure.
information. Yeah. Because
Information diet
I
is
just found
a
myself
thing.
enjoyed. What's up?
Information diet's a thing that like was not a word 20 years ago. But as we talk about food diets, like simple carbs versus complex carbs, there's simple consumption of information and complex that makes your brain work, right?
Yep.
Sometimes I feel like social media like forces the bad or like the simple stuff on you. Like even if you're like trying to have your feed be like more focused on one thing, it'll like throw in like something stupid or like something like not beneficial to you at all like in there every now and then just to see if you'll bite,
Yeah.
like I feel like it's like really bad at that. So maybe that's intentional. I don't know. They want you to doom scroll. Yeah.
It's definitely intentional.
Yeah. Rogan's talked about that before. He's just like, well, it'll just like feed me like the most like random crap. Like, he's like, I just like focus on like a few topics or whatever, but then like, it'll just like still feed me like dumb stuff, like constantly. And yeah, like our page is like mostly running stuff, right? Like our Life and Stride Instagram, but like every now and then it's just like, why is this on our feed? So it's so random how it works, but I don't know.
Whatever. I was joking around with a friend. He was asking, I've been running a lot of doubles recently on the treadmill. He's like, man, I never do the treadmill. I can do the treadmill. This is Luke from Track Night that I brought over from St. Louis. Yeah. He goes, what do you do on the treadmill? I'm like, I watch YouTube. He goes, what do you watch on YouTube? And jokingly, I said, high school fights. And, and as soon as I said that, like, he sent me one high school fight video on Instagram. And like, I've had so many high school fight videos on Instagram. It's bad. It's bad.
Dude, kids would always go fight at the park across the street from St. X. That was like the saying, like they didn't fight at school, but they go fight at the park after school. So
Yeah,
was
it's
never
because if you
involved.
fight at school, you get suspended.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's
Got to
true.
take it off school property, bro.
Yeah,
You still
I've
can
never
get
been on.
suspended.
If you're in high school, don't follow that advice. Don't fight. Violence is not the answer.
No, honestly, the best way to I think I told the story on the pod once. I almost got in a fight.
Nice,
The
dude.
baseball team circled my car after the football game. Somebody was like, "Hey, you shouldn't go to your car. The baseball team's trying to jump you." It was about a girl, and
Oh my
like
gosh.
the ringleader of the baseball team, I stole his girl back in high school.
Mr.
Dang,
Studio
bro.
Girl. I thought you were homeschooled, bro. What?
I went to Ballard Junior and Senior, cuh.
I know. I'm just been with you, man.
But yeah,
Dude,
I
that's
just got to ride
crazy.
home and just let it simmer. And I saw the guy the next day, and he was fine.
Dang, bro. In 2 years of high school, you made enemies with the entire baseball team and stole their captain's girl. That's crazy.
Correct.
Imagine if you were in high school for 4 years.
What was
I know.
your high school GPA?
I don't know, like 4.2 or something.
Let's go, bro.
No
Dialed.
big deal. Dude, I was telling this story. I forgot who I was telling this to the other day, but I was running with Ethan and his wife, and my AP art history class in high school, it was like my last final of senior year. If I got like a 0 on the exam, I'd still get like a B- or something, the final exam. So I wrote like Michelangelo for every answer on the final exam and just like walked out. And the teacher like gave me like whatever grade I needed to like keep an A-. And I saw him at graduation, and I was like, that was like such a bro move you did. And he was like, I got you. So shout out. Yeah, but I totally yeah, I just buzzed that exam. That you're the valedictorian, bro? Oh
You
my
were the
gosh.
valedictorian of your high school?
Did you make a
No
speech?
way.
There was
What?
like 10.
Oh yeah, but still, that's impressive. Ballard's a big school.
Shout out.
Wow.
Wow, dude. That's
Dude, why am
impressive.
I just finding this out?
Yeah, Scotty, you're a huge asset, bro.
Dude, I think it made all the actual smart people super mad. I was just extremely good at using resources.
School works, confirmed.
I was just really good at math. I didn't have to study in like calc at all. But all the other subjects I was so bad at. I got like a 27 on my ACT. But
That's what I got. Nice.
I had A pluses in every class because I was just really good at making relationships with the teachers and cheating.
Ooh.
So
Dang, you gotta
don't
be
like praise
resourceful.
me too much for valedictorian. I'm just
Can't believe we just admitted the cheating on the pod, bro.
Well,
mean,
like we really had to earn it back in the day. If you
Oh.
cheated, like now they have AI, but you had to have a network of friends, and you can't dip from the same pool of that friend too much. So you got to have a resource, and then you got to get one homie's homework and pay it forward to the other homie the
Yeah.
other day. You know what I mean? Like there's a ring going on of, and it requires a little bit of street smarts. You know, like not to say
Yeah.
that cheating's good, cheating's very bad, you shouldn't cheat, but
no,
it's
you
like
should not cheat.
yeah, it's like come on. Yeah, it takes a little bit
Yeah.
of chutzpah, a little bit of resourcefulness to figure
Dude.
that stuff out.
Dude, kids
Truthfully,
got
I
it.
wish I didn't cheat, but I did cheat quite a bit in high school.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Nice,
That's-
bro.
I mean, they stick you in school for I don't know, from 8 a.m. till 3:30 p.m. You're behind a desk. It's like the last thing you want to do is go to learn about biology and like the mitochondria, which is interesting to us now, right? We're like, oh, powerhouse of the cell. You got to build your mitochondria beds, like zone 2, blah, 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 which is funny because now it's interesting. But back then it was like the last thing you wanted to hear
Dude,
about.
there's actually a lot. Like I think like I took all AP classes and I took like AP history and just hated it. But dude, I would like be fascinated by that now.
Dude, that's all I read is history.
Really?
I was the same way. Yeah. I love like World War II history stuff. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's all of it's so fascinating to me now. But man, what is it with high schoolers? Like you just can't get there's I mean,
It's not a great time to be like stuck in one place for a long time, especially for guys.
Nah, yeah, definitely not. When we're running through Norton Commons or the Pewee Valley area in Louisville, Kentucky, It's pretty easy to spot Mason Construction home. The attention to detail, the quality, the stunning design, you can't miss it. It stands out. We aren't just saying that either. Our own co-host Scotty trusted Mason Construction to build his forever home, and he and his family couldn't be happier. Don't tell Scotty this, but we're at his house a lot because we love the home. He's all right too, though. If you live in the Louisville or Southern Indiana area and are thinking about building your forever home or doing a remodel, there is nobody else to trust with this project than Mason Construction. The link to their website is in our show notes. Click on the request information option and start the conversation about what your forever home could look like. Dan, you reminded me when you're talking about mitochondria and stuff. You know that guy, Rosner Performance, Jonah Rosner on Instagram? Eric was talking about him this weekend, him and Trevor were, and I was trying to remember what reel he made that I was like, I watched it and I was like, kind of a hot take there. And the reel was like saying that he thinks electrolytes are overrated. And I was like, that's kind of a hot take. Like, electrolyte companies, there's too many of them to choose. Like, everyone's making, I mean, I love Ioana and I'm going to use his electrolytes because he's the GOAT, but like, it's so saturated now. Like every like running influencer, I feel like has a electrolyte company, and there's like so many to choose from, and it's like essentially the same thing. It's just like who markets it better.
Correct.
But
it's all from the same
was,
company, by the way. Fun fact.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's probably made in the same place. But yeah, I thought that was a hot take because I think training in the summer, like I feel like that is like he was just saying, like you like most of the time you're fine just drinking water, which like I don't know. I think having sodium to like retain the water in your system is very important in the summer. So I like thought that was a blazing hot take from him, but maybe I don't know the science. I don't know.
I think he might be taking it out of context because I talked about it more with him the next day.
Oh, really?
He's talking about sodium does not help cramping.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, cramping. Oh, okay.
Cramping.
Yeah.
Sodium, like a frick ton of sodium will not make you cramp or not cramp.
Yeah, that's muscle fatigue. Yes.
Yeah. Versus he is a fan of electrolytes. Eric is.
Yeah.
And it does help a lot in performance. So
yeah, he said when you cramp late race, it's more of a symptom of asking too much of your muscles.
Yeah.
Demanding too much of them versus being electrolyte depleted is basically the gist of that infographic he posted. You might be talking about a different reel streak, but he but he posted like a slide thing. But it was pretty informative.
Yeah, I think like how would you combat like muscle fatigue in a race? Like just do like more long runs like around the time on feet needed for like your marathon, or like do pace work late and long runs often, right? To like work on the fatigue, I guess is like the answer to that. Because that's a good point. Like most
and strength
runners, strength training. Yeah. Most runners have a general understanding that they need to be like pretty dang hydrated for a marathon. So it makes sense that most cramping isn't from that. Like maybe an amateur marathoner wouldn't drink much water, but I don't know. That's a good point.
Yeah, his whole thing, like the action here was strength training may prevent cramps. Researchers logged, blah blah blah. Yeah, basically that's it. The playbook: lower body strength and a longer recovery. So strength work include lower body strength training in marathon preparation, and then after a cramping race, plan a longer recovery than usual.
Okay, was it the real July 27th? 3 supplements runners waste money on that do nothing.
No.
Okay,
this is I'll send you
that's
this
the
one.
That's the one I was looking at.
That's definitely a lot spicier than the last thing he posted about it.
Yeah. So it was like, one of them was electrolytes, and I was like pretty surprised. He said, next time your favorite marketing team tells you water doesn't hydrate you, remember humans survived for 30,000 years without electrolyte packets. Something tells me evolution didn't let them walk around dehydrated. So
yeah, but they also used to live till they were 30.
Yeah. Like I do think electrolytes are like for the purpose of summer running are very helpful. Like if you want to be out there for a longer time, but for the purposes of cramping, It's a good argument.
Have you thought about how they built the pyramids? They were talking about that in the Joe Rogan podcast today, and it has.
He talks about that on every pod.
He has me
obsessed,
thinking, bro.
Dude, they're so old. They're so old.
The blocks were like 500 tons a piece.
Yeah, that's the main thing that, I mean, I think he goes back to like aliens and stuff, but yeah, it's like, how do they move the pieces? Because like he made a good example once about, I don't know if it was the pyramids or some other structure that's really old, but he said like a comparative rock or like piece of I guess like a piece of rock they were moving in Los Angeles to like a museum or something, and they had to like specifically make a special truck to like carry the block, and that's like one of the blocks at the bottom of the pyramid or like some other like ancient structure. So he was like, it doesn't make sense that like they had to do that to move this in LA, where they're like big enough city, they should have access to all sorts of like
trains,
no vehicles.
Whatever,
yeah, like a crane couldn't carry it. So he was like, it just doesn't make sense how they would move these things. And I was like, yeah, that's interesting. But it's a lot of things like we don't have answers to. So I don't know.
They just got a lot of people that weren't afraid to work, and they all had the dog in them.
Could be.
I don't think you survived back in the Stone Ages without the dog in you. It was like, no dog, you die. Dog, you live. And it sucks.
I definitely would have died, bro.
Yeah. I don't know if I could have made it, bro. I guess our ancestors made it. We're here.
Indeed, they did.
Shout out to our ancestors, for real.
Yeah, shout out to them.
Great grandpa Ron.
Did he build the pyramids?
He did. He pushed some of the block.
Dude, they did like one of those ancestry things on my grandma from El Salvador, and she was like super Mayan, so got some Mayan in me. I don't know, maybe I built some stuff back in the day.
Have you been to the Mayan pyramids?
No, I've never been to Central America. I need to go check it out, but no, I haven't been. Need to go.
Wait, what's the place in Mexico? What's that place called? Chichen Itza or something?
I think so. I've been to pyramids like near Cancun, but yeah, it's all right. We can start talking about running now.
I'm so like out of my depth. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah. You're smart, Danny. See, I just start saying stuff and embarrass myself. You just say, let's move on to something we know, like running.
Chris said it, but yeah, I'll take credit for that. All right, this Norwegian guy, Johannes Klæbo. I'm just going to talk about it right now.
I want to hear.
He was on the Rich Roll podcast. This is, I think he said, the most decorated Olympian in history. He wins everything in cross-country skiing. From like the sprint distance in cross-country skiing, I think it's like around 400 meters, all the way up to the 50K. Think about that for a minute. What runner out there could go out, kill in a 400-meter race, and then go and run and like win the Olympic marathon?
He's got 11-time Olympic gold medalist, bro. That is crazy. He's only 29.
Sifan Hassan is like the closest thing to that, where she could go race a 5K.
5K but if you in marathon,
you put her on a 400-meter line against like a Jamaican, no shot.
She's gonna get lapped.
Yeah, she's getting
in the 400.
In the 400, Sifan Hassan's getting lapped.
She's getting freaking lapped.
I bet she could run like 55, but I mean,
yeah, for sure.
The best run like 48, 49. But yeah, I mean, she get destroyed. Yeah.
So he does altitude training, in Park City, 2,300 meters. I don't know how many feet that is. Probably around 6,000.
It's high. Yeah, it's high. Yeah.
It's high. 7,000.
7.
His grandpa, I think, is his coach. And has coached him his whole life. His grandpa's an engineer, and is really big into the numbers. And I thought the most interesting part about this was his training. He kind of broke it down, but I was like a little upset because he started going through his week of training, the prior week, which we all know can be kind of annoying. You talk about, I did this run and did a double. And so Rich Roll kind of butted in, and it's whatever. He's a podcast. He knows what he's doing. But he does 3 to 4 hours of running a week. He does 4 to 5 hours of biking. a couple hours of strength training, and all the rest is on roller skis. So like these long
Yeah,
skates.
yeah.
I don't know if you've seen them. I see him in Forest Park all the time. But he
Really?
trains like 30. Yeah. There's a couple people that up and down Y-Down where Murray's old house was that we ran from that one time. Like there's a guy that bombs down that huge hill on roller skis. It looks so fun.
You say roller skates or roller skis?
Skis. They're like long roller
yes,
skates.
those are sick. Yeah.
And he trains, guess how much he trains a week? How much volume? Hours. In hours.
Is it over 10 on roller skis?
Yes.
I was going to guess 25 or 20, 25.
25 to 30 hours a week. 32 hours was the previous week before recording this podcast. And it just had me thinking like, and I'll go into some of the stats more. It had me thinking about cyclists, pros train for also like 30 hours a week, just crazy volume. Runners don't. Runners like, I'm trying to think 140 miles a week for the best Kenyan runner. I mean, it's probably taking 17 hours maybe. And then
something like that. Yeah.
Sprinkle in 1 to 2 hours max of strength training. I mean, like maybe they're getting up to 20 hours a week. Why aren't they jumping on a cross trainer and getting 10 more hours a week of volume, or even bumping down mileage to get more like aerobic development work? So if they could go train for 15 hours a week of running, a couple hours of strength, and then add on another 13 supplemental hours of cycling, don't you think that could only help? Because all the best athletes in the world are doing that in different sports. Just had me
It's a good point. I mean, I was talking to Brad today about like the top Ironman athletes, and they're essentially doing like 30 to 40 hours of aerobic, like, between pull bike and running. It's like they're 30, 40 hours a week, plus like, of course, all the recovery stuff they do too. But I mean, they have like no life. They're just training literally all day. So I don't know. That's a good question.
I think the default answer to this is, well, running, there's so much pounding on your body that you need all the extra time to recover. I would push back on that and say you could probably condition your legs by running 12 hours a week up to like not having that cramping issue like Rosner Performance is talking about late in a marathon. If you do some pretty serious, like steady long or like marathon pace long run stuff with pickups at the end. And then adding in more strength training would help that too. That's what I would think. I have no data to back that up. No one's ever trained like that. But I feel like there's maybe an edge out there that is yet to be discovered or experimented with in the running world, that the cyclists and the like Norwegians famously have they have 5.5 million people in that country. I think Kentucky has like a population of 6 million. Like it is as big as Kentucky, smaller even. Is that right? Is it 4 million or 6 million? It's comparable.
Give me a sec.
And they Kentucky, have like Ingebrigtsen, who we'll talk about in a minute. They have this Klæbo guy who's insanely decorated Olympian.
Yeah, they got one of the best. They got several of the best.
4.6.
4.6 million. And some of the best Ironmen in the world. So it's just, to me, it's like someone needs to square that circle for me. Maybe we need to talk to Dr. Bill about it again.
Oh yeah, it's not a bad idea.
So his training, Johannes Klæbo, 1,000 hours of training in a year. So that comes out to somewhere around 3 hours a day, 32 hours a week. And he'll do like 3.5 hours of threshold a week, 2 hours of strength training a week. Almost no zone 2 because he says it kills his fast twitch fibers. So he's in such good aerobic shape that like on the treadmill, he did a 7 mile per hour run, I think that morning before going on the pod. It's zone 1 for him. That's probably 8:34 pace, I think, is 7 miles an hour on the treadmill. He said zone 2, he'd have to go up to 9 miles an hour, which is like, that's like 6 something pace.
Yeah. 650 or something.
Yeah, which is so hilarious because he's just so fit. He has to run super fast to get to zone 2. So he doesn't do it. He's like, the benefit's not worth it to him to do zone 2 because it's so much of a strain on his body to get there. And then he says he does like 80-ish% of those 30-hour weeks are in zone 1. So just so much aerobic pace volume. Isn't that nuts?
Wow.
Yeah, that's really insane. And
Wow.
maybe just like the American way just doesn't have the lock-in potential of the Norwegian way or something. Because truly, in order to train 32 hours a week and fully recover, dog, you probably need 15 hours of sleep a day. Maybe not that much, maybe like 12. I mean, he's probably getting 9 at night and a 3-hour nap every single day. And you like can't do that with a family.
Yeah.
Or at least a good one.
He has a girlfriend, I know, but yeah, he's definitely optimizing for training.
Yeah.
It's a full-time job.
If I got freaking 15 hours of sleep a day, I would never get injured, you know? Train 5 hours a day, sleep for 15, you got 4 hours to like eat and lay on the couch.
That's like those are like the main sports they care about over there too. Like growing up, it's like cross country skiing and like speed skating, you know, stuff like that, like stuff that requires some aerobic level. So because they don't like really care about basketball, football.
No.
I mean they like soccer now too, which has some like aerobic stuff too.
Well, that was a funny part of the pod that they touched on, was that he came up playing soccer and then switched to skiing at some point. But it was around the World Cup time, and he was in LA and went to see Norway for a game or two. I guess he's training in Park City this time of year.
Nice. Oh, nice.
But he was like, Ritual was like, is a little part of you thinking like that could be me out there? That could have been me. And he's like, oh yeah, definitely, that could have been me. Which I love that confidence.
That's such
like,
good confidence. Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe. Yeah.
And then they were talking about if he could get into cycling, like how he would do. And he's like, honestly, I feel like I would fare pretty well there from a fitness standpoint, but there's a lot of strategy and just practice of riding in the pack that it can be taught, but it's probably a bit of a learning curve skill wise to really compete.
Yeah, it definitely pays off to be cycling for like a long time before you get into the pro stuff, like the handling and stuff. Because
before you get in the peloton,
yeah, like you can get seriously hurt if you can't handle your bike in the pro peloton, like or even die. So yeah, be super careful.
Sure. When you're going 60 miles an hour down the French Alps.
Yeah, like there's not many guardrails, you know, on those. Even if there is, you hit it going 60 miles an hour, you're just flying off. So
that's freaking crazy.
But yeah, so I thought that was a good pod. It was a little bit, I don't know, it was a little bit boring because he's kind of a dry talker, but that's kind of the 80-20 of his training. I would recommend listening on probably 1.5, 2x speed, but good listen. Virtual pod.
I can't do that, Danny.
I do some things at 1.5.
Yeah, it's impressive that you can do that.
It cuts a lot of time down on the listen, which is nice.
Yeah, it does for sure.
If you want to like go straight to something else, but yeah, dude. Speaking of Jakob, yeah, he or the Norwegians, yeah, I was surprised. Like he wanted to open up his year at European champs. Like
I know.
I mean, the competition wasn't like crazy stiff, but I don't know. It's still like there's some pressure. Like you were in the Norwegian vest and some decent competition, but he looks great. I was very impressed. Like he was boxed in with 100 to go, swung wide, closed in under 13 seconds the last 100, dominated the last 100, closed in 54. They're in 13:15, so not like a super slow race. So yeah, I mean the big name he beat was Jimmy Gressier, who got 4th, but
yeah, I saw that.
He's 10K world champion from last year. He beat like Grant Fisher in that race and several others really good runners. So I mean, yeah, Jimmy's like no slouch. So yeah, Jakob beat some good runners. So he's running against Cole Hocker at the end of the month. We'll see what he's got in that situation. So I was impressed.
Jakob had Achilles surgery, right? At the beginning of the year? When was it?
He did, yeah. Beginning of the year. Yeah, Achilles surgery.
Beginning of the year, hasn't raced once this year.
Yeah.
Jumps into the championship and wins the 5K on a kick.
Yeah.
He still got it.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure like he's like notorious for cross training pretty hard, but you still gotta like to close as hard as he did, like all of that speed work, you gotta like get back like you can't really maintain that with cross training. So that was probably the hardest piece of coming back. But yeah, I mean,
Is
last
he the
100 and
GOAT?
under 13. I don't know. Not yet. I wouldn't say, but
That's GOAT
he's like
behavior.
SAYSKY is a community-centered premium performance brand based out of Copenhagen, Denmark. Results are important, but they also believe in enjoying the process, being with people, and having memorable experiences. The running apparel is stylish without sacrificing any technical performance. I use my SAYSKY half tights for everyday training, but also know that they are the best choice on race day when it comes to comfort, storing fueling, and performance. Whether you're a recreational or elite runner, like neutral or colorful running clothes, SaySky has options to fit your training and racing needs. New collections and limited drops are released throughout each year. Visit saysky.com and use code STRIDE15, that is STRIDE 15, for 15% off of SaySky purchases online. It's good behavior, yeah, but I mean, if he can win some more golds, set a world record in the 1500 or 5K, I mean, he'll be up for discussion, but he's got a little more work to do, I would say. So,
Who's
Yeah.
more
I don't know.
GOAT, like him or Josh?
Well,
Oh,
Josh right now, right?
yeah, I mean, Josh has the mile world record. Josh doesn't have an Olympic gold, though. So, I don't know. I think he's got a world champs gold, maybe. So, yeah, I don't know. I think Jakob maybe has a better championship resume, but Josh is better. Like, I mean, the world record's pretty legit for the mile. So, I don't know. Hard to say. It's kind of a toss up. But Jakob's got potential for sure if he can stay healthy. He's still pretty young. So,
Yeah.
he needs a few more golds for me to. It's going to be hard now. The competition is like much stiffer for him now, I would say. So,
Who do you think wins between him and Hawker?
I think Hawker will win. Like, Hawker was in pretty good shape at pre-classic, but not quite good enough to win. But that was 4th of July. He's had a lot of time between now and the end of August to train. So I expect him to be a top form. It's hard to tell. Like, Jakob 13:15 is like fast, but it's not like crazy fast. He closed well, but is he going to be in is he going to be in like 3:28 1500 shape for the Zurich Diamond League against Hawker? Like, he's probably going to have to be in that kind of shape to have a chance. So he probably will be in shape, but I still think Cole's going to beat him. So I don't know.
America,
That's
baby.
Yeah, America, dude. So we'll see. It was that guy that came to the 5K, Alex Mortimer from Virginia. He lives in Blacksburg. He says he sees Cole Hawker training all the time. So
No way.
That's sick.
yeah, pretty cool.
I got to meet
Flyby as
him
well.
after the Indianapolis Marathon in 2024. Cole
Yeah.
Hawker.
I remember the photo. Yeah,
You have a picture with him.
yeah, he's from Indy, bro. A lot of them left Blacksburg. Like, I think he's training in Portland mostly now. So I don't know, dude. Is the Nike campus open to the public, Scotty? So one of the guys we coached, Sam, was running on Nike's track in Portland. I don't know how he got on there. I ran on that track, but it was at Nike National. So like, we were at the campus and they like told us to go run around the campus. But I don't know if it's like a public park because I feel like it'd be just packed there all the time.
No, it's definitely not public. He's got like a couple family members and close friends that work for Nike.
It's nice.
Yeah, they're the big name in town over there.
Yes.
My boss used to have a contract with Nike. He was like a consultant with them, and he went on campus a handful of times. And the first time he went on, he saw LeBron, and they say like, don't act normal. Like, there are employees here too, so don't fan out over them. And he was like within arms, like could have reached out and touched LeBron. It was like walking near him and didn't say anything to him.
And he's like, "Hey, what's your name?"
Yeah. Hey, my name
Hey,
is Jake.
I'm Scotty. What's your name? Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm LeBron.
How long have you been working at Nike?
When we were there was like parking spots near the track for like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods. Like, it had like their names on the spots.
That's so cool.
But
That's
I'm
rad.
assuming that was more of like a gimmick than it's not like they live in Portland and are at Nike's campus all the time. But yeah, I thought that was cool. So it's a cool track. It kind of reminds me of St. Francis. Granted, like the Nike trees are like inside the track, but yeah, St. Francis is cool. Like it's got the trees like all around the track, which I like. So makes it
Dude,
kind of
I
cool.
want to plant trees on the other side of it too and just circle it in trees. It'd be so cool.
That would be cool. You should just like nonchalantly do it and see if they say anything.
Well, trees cost like my cost $250 a tree to plant, so it would be a pretty expensive endeavor to circle a track in trees.
I would pitch in on it, but imagine if we had a Life in Stride track night there. There's probably not enough parking spots, but that'd be crazy. Maybe this year there would have been, but not. Well, there's other spots around the campus, but
that would be
probably
like
ask them.
that would be a completely different vibe if we did it at St. Francis.
Yeah. I wouldn't have like the stand. There's no stands there. It probably wouldn't work. Yeah, be a very different vibe.
It would be.
Maybe we'll stick to Eastern. I was gonna mention maybe we can talk about the weekend a bit, but I posted like my like week recap yesterday, and someone commented and said, like, dang, you don't do much intensity, do you? And I was like, I feel like I like did enough intensity for the week, but because the common rule is like 20-80, right? Like 80% of your week is easy, and then like the 20% is like workout volume.
Yeah.
And I did the math. I did 7 miles of threshold on Wednesday, and then 17 steady on Saturday. So it was like 16 or 17% of my 106-mile week. I was like, I feel like that's pretty standard, but I don't know. Maybe some people consider that low. Thought that was an interesting comment.
That math doesn't math, Chris.
What?
17 steady, 7 threshold. That's 24.
Oh, wait, yeah, well, my bad. Yeah,
that's
24.
Like 24%.
Yeah, 22.6. Wow, nice math. Yeah, sorry, I did 17 divided by 106. Yeah, you were indeed. That's true. Such an asset.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, so I feel like that percentage is like about right for intensity, but I don't know. Maybe people like doing 2 midweek workouts.
Don't let a one comment make you think, bro.
Sometimes I think people are like scrolling Instagram and they see something online and they just like it's in their head and they have to like get it out, and so they put it in a comment somewhere and they really just like don't know.
Here's what I have started doing. If there's a comment that really bothers me, like if it's like hateful against any of us, me, you, or you, I delete the comment and block the person.
Yeah,
I've done that twice.
That's a good move.
Like there's a guy that was commenting on YouTube like every video something like super distasteful and just like not helpful at all, just negative, and I just deleted it. Blocked the guy from having access to our YouTube. I'm like, I'm not playing this game. Because think about it. I don't want to think about it. Like I'm okay with like it's okay that we have some people that push back. Like pushback is fine, or like friendly banter, you know? Or like, hey, that's actually not correct. It's really this. Like that's fine. Like know it all a bit. But when it's like straight distasteful or mean, I'm like, next.
You're out of here. You're out of here. Dude, speaking of YouTube, Danny, what's the review on the Dynafish? I'm curious. What'd you think?
Dynafish on YouTube, I gave him a 7.2.
7.2? Okay.
Yeah, 7.2 out of 10.
That's like a C, right?
Yeah, it's like a C. It was, I don't know what I expected. I went in thinking about a Mega Blast comp. Yeah. And the Mega Blasts are just better. Yeah, these are lighter weight. They're pretty poppy. They have a really light upper. I think that they could do a couple things to optimize it. Like I was talking about in the video, they have that elastic strap gusset thing that attaches from the tongue to the upper.
I'm like, just cutting that.
Get rid of all those. Like cut them all out. Like don't even make the shoe with that in them. You know, if it's gonna be lightweight, like get rid of an ounce of fabric by taking those out, or maybe not an ounce, but a lot. But Scotty, at the end of the workout, my IT band was like a little bit triggered, a little bit irritated. And the only other shoe that's happened that has made that happen is that Under Armour shoe that we both tried. And so I was getting flashbacks to like the Under Armour Velocity Elite 2, which by the way, I've had the 3. I really like the 3. I'll die on that hill. It's an underrated shoe.
Really?
But that's what I was thinking about. Maybe it's like because it's the same color and stuff, but I did a threshold session and I did 6x6 minutes on 60-second standing rest. And it was great for a threshold shoe. It just like, I need something when I'm running 100 miles a week that is a little more forgiving if it's going to be like a super trainer. And so I'll wear like a Alpha Fly is quite cushiony and pretty forgiving for like a threshold workout.
Yeah.
But this shoe was not. Or a Mega Blast, I'll even work out in those sometimes. And it's pretty good. But I'm going to give them another try. Someone commented, I think like this was a good insight, is like get 50 miles on them, like break them in a little bit. And it could be a totally different shoe. And I've had shoes that's happened before. So I'm going to keep running in them. I'll probably do my session Wednesday in them again and see how, maybe do another review at 50 miles or 100 miles.
I think the Dynafish are my favorite shoe.
Well, I mean, they're
I've ever
$150. They're $150, right? And so the cost conscious person,
130
like,
now.
130. If you want to get that shoe, like totally go for it. I think it's a good shoe. It's just I think maybe the part of it too is like the expectation going in was a little bit high, to be fair.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a blank slate.
So the thing for me, I'll give it a 9.2.
Whoa.
Wow.
I've put like 300 miles on mine, on my one pair, and it is the most durable shoe I've ever worn in my 5 years of running.
They looked like I hadn't even ran in them. Like the bottom was a little bit dirty, but none of that rubber on the bottom. It looked like it was brand new. Like it's
I
I
supinate, so I freaking shred shoes. Like Vaporflies, I get 50 miles out of before I see the carbon plate. I bought 2 of them and I had to stop buying them because I burned through them. I got like 70 on one, and I literally, after a long run workout, I took it off. I could see the carbon plate.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And like rad running, like rad shoes, if you flat foot land neutral, you people are getting like anywhere from 7 to 1,000 miles on them, 700 to 1,000. But I supinate, and the edge is like, I mean, it's crazy when you walk in them now that I've put like 300 on them, 200-300, and it's like almost unstable to walk on because I've worn so much out of the side. But the Dynafish, you can't, it's like hardly even worn. It's impressive.
Yeah, they did feel that way, but they felt like for that durability, they're giving up some kind of cushion to me. So I feel like there is a trade-off there.
Yeah.
Fair. Very fair.
Damn. I only ran twice in them, so I feel like I can't give a fair review. But yeah, I mean, I was impressed. I would say like an 8.5, something like that. Like, but I just needed a half size up for sure. I got 3 purple toenails still from wearing them. So
I like the shoe. It's a cool looking shoe. It's great. The white is so clean. And they're super lightweight, and I want them to work for me. So I'm going to give them another shot.
The FLOSSPOINT band is the best running prehab and rehab tool you haven't heard of. Dr. Kyle Bowling, the go-to sports chiropractor for runners in Louisville, created this band to work while you are moving, not standing still. The shear points on the band create shear across the tissue layers as you move, something standard recovery tools don't do. For example, for myself, I wrap the FLOSSPOINT band around my calf and either walk around or do calf raises for a couple minutes before and after runs. When I take it off, I feel immediate relief in my calf tightness, which has been huge for my Achilles recovery process. IT band syndrome, runner's knee, plantar fasciitis, hamstring issues, you name it, the FLOSSPOINT band needs to fit into your daily routine. Visit flosspoint.com and use LIS10 to get 10% off. Link is in the show notes. Dude, they owe Ioana a lot for sure. He is hyped the living crap out of those, and people take his recommendations deadly serious. So
Yeah. He's
he's
tried a lot
the
of shoes.
yeah. I don't know, like I don't know. When I put on shoes, I mean, you can tell like subtle differences between shoes, of course, but I don't know how he like can describe each shoe like so differently than others because some are just like I'm just like it's like pretty much the same shoe. I don't know. So it's like there's not a ton of difference between shoes for me unless it's just like a drastic like different category. But I don't know. Like all every super trainer like like a Brooks Ghost and a New Balance 880 and a Saucony Ride, like, is there actually like a ton of difference between those three? Like, I mean, not like they're all just like standard, like medium cushion trainers. Like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't really matter. So it's impressive that he's able to like separate all of those and like talk about them in very different ways for sure. So
Here's my analogy on Ioana. He's like the wine connoisseur that goes to a really nice steak restaurant.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Or an Italian restaurant and
Yeah.
gets like a flight of wine. And he's like, I taste the chocolate and the cherry in this one. And I go to the same restaurant, get the same flight, and I'm like, tastes like wine, tastes like wine, tastes
That
like not good.
Yeah, that wine's a little better. That one's not as good, but
this wine's my taste buds don't like this one, but my taste buds like this wine. Where other people will taste the same wines and be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's a great comparison.
Great.
He's a sommelier of running shoes.
Yeah. Dude, Ioannis half Ugandan, bro. He's got good blood for running, like Joshua Cheptegei and Jacob Kiplimo, bro. They're from Uganda. Ioanna's next up, bro. He's next up, I'm telling you.
I saw him hitting some pace miles at the end of the long run that we did the other weekend, and his gait just looks so smooth, dude.
He's
like
smooth, dude.
His heels were kicking up. I'm like, dude, that is that stride. Like
he's tall, lean, good stride. Yeah, let's get this guy on the track some more. Get that turnover. He's gone, bro.
For sure.
Yeah, he could be really good. Scotty, I want to hear like some of your stories from the weekend, dude.
I would love to. I would love to tell you some stories.
My main takeaway from the weekend was I can't believe Trevor Giampa ran all out 200s at the track in spikes after doing a 20-mile long run.
I was going to actually add that to my stories of the weekend. I will tell that. Bro. I'll tell you how it went. So we go to St. Francis. This was before the slip and slide. So Eric and I get home from the long run. I did not run. I biked because I have a bum calf right now. It's kind of better, kind of not. I'm annoyed. I don't really want to talk about it. But
that's so relatable.
That's where I'm at. And we get home and the boys are like begging to go to the track because they have the boys did 4x400 and 4x200. And freaking we park, and St. Francis has 400 cars in the parking lot. No joke. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding. Not a soul on the track. It was orientation day. I'm like, of course. So we like find like an illegal parking spot for both vans. We get out, we go to the track. Trevor brings spikes with no socks. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he just has these brand new super spikes with a carbon platinum that Eric got for him. And I was like, are you about to rip? He was like, nah. He's like, I just wanted to try these on the track because Eric just got them for him. And so we go down there and he puts on his spikes, and Scout goes for a loop. He goes for a 400, and they were like 100 in. And I was like, you should go with him. He had his spikes on, and he was like, nah, I'm not going to go. I was like, you should go. By this time, they were literally 100 ahead. And Trevor was like, all right. So he just takes off. And I thought he was going that fast to just catch them really quickly. But then he just blows past them and goes to the 200, splits his watch. And I jog over there. I'm like, what did you just run? He's like, 25.3. I'm like,
that's crazy, bro. That's fast.
So I was like, you got to try and get 24. Let me video it. We do it again. He goes 25.0.
Wow.
It was like 25.0 something. And then he did it again. and he was fatigued. It was like 26. It was 26.0. I timed it on my stopwatch. And he just kept ripping these freaking all out 200s. I don't think I can run a 25.
There's no way I could. 27 low max for me.
You should see what he was like, what he looked like. He was just like,
yeah, dude.
I was watching those videos. His arm carry is the most awesome looking thing because he's just yoked, dude. And so his arms are like kind of wide because he needs to make room for his lats, and they just hinge that way. And so he literally runs like Super Mario. Like he is Super Mario, dude. He needs the whole outfit.
It was very impressive.
And he cranks, man, like powerful arm swings. It is that video is awesome.
He was a vibe the whole weekend. He was fun to like add into the mix.
Did someone in the comments show me one hybrid athlete that's more impressive than Trevor? Like, I dare you. Seriously, like
there is a guy. He is a decathlete. He's on Instagram. I would like for him to go head to head. Have you seen that guy?
No.
Well, decathletes like have to be athletic. That's the OG hybrid athlete, you know?
Dude, this guy is insane. But he doesn't have like long endurance. He's
that's
quick.
more. Like if anyone can give me like a sub 230 marathoner that can now lift Trevor, like I don't know if there's any. So
I don't know if that person exists.
Yeah.
I saw it in person. It's very impressive what Trevor does.
There's got to be some Ironman guy out there that's like a pro, like out winning Kona or something. That could probably hang.
Yeah, maybe.
I doubt it on the bench side.
Yeah, it's a thing.
You never know.
They have to be pretty strong swimmers, so they got some upper body.
Yeah, you're right. After the track, we went home and we made a slip and slide. So the day before, my daughter had double eye surgery, for those of you who don't know. And so the doctor said no pool for 2 weeks, which went over the Flobergs weekend. And that was like our biggest plan, was to go to my parents' pool, which was a mile away, and have a whole pool day, which would just be like perfect for the kids and stuff. We could have been there all day. But we couldn't do that. So we had to make something fun, and it was 90 degrees and 300% humidity. So I was like, we were going to go hiking, but then the boys wanted to go do this track workout, and I was like, oh man. So I had to get creative quick, and I said, all right, let's do a slip and slide, but like a legit slip and slide. Let's go to Lowe's and buy like 100-foot tarp. So I went and got a 100-foot tarp from Lowe's, and it was not cheap. It was like $75, but 10 foot wide by 100 foot, put it on my slope. I thought it would be a little faster, but we made the most of it. I bought like 4 big bottles of Dawn, and you have to continuously like apply, and then we just had the hoses running on it for like a long time. It requires a lot of effort though, because the water does dry out very quickly. And then like by the end we got bored, so we were pulling kids on the golf cart. We attached a rope to it. We were literally pulling kids on the golf cart. And we just got bored and started doing that. So
Trevor's back was like cut to shreds from doing that.
Dude, Tommy, oh my gosh, this is probably the funniest story of the weekend. Tommy was on a floaty. We got like little rafts, blow up rafts from Walmart. And Tommy was on this little pink floaty, got spun around backwards by the golf cart, and was holding it behind him like this, being pulled on the raft by the golf cart. He slips off the raft, and I'm spotting on the back of the golf cart, and Eric's driving. And I was like, Tommy, let go. Tommy, let go. His like brain didn't compute with his hands that he needed to let go because he was being pulled backwards. He got pulled by the golf cart like 40 feet in the dry grass. And then I was like, Eric, stop, Eric, stop, Eric, stop. Dude, poor Tommy, his back and butt, like it pulled his pants down.
Oh no.
I saw it in the shower yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh. It is like completely like shredded all the way up. It's like
God, dude.
it is like the step before blood. He almost had like a fully bloody back.
Can you imagine the shower after that? Oh god.
Oh, he was trying so hard not to cry because Scout and Theo and Eric were there.
Tough guy.
It was pretty funny in the moment, but then he started quickly crying, and it was like so funny.
Poor kid.
I know.
Tommy's gonna grow up to be a tough kid. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
He already is a tough kid.
Yeah.
Another highlight of the weekend, Trevor got his okay. Trevor's just one of those guys. He's like, he's never tried caffeine. We made him try coffee. Black coffee and a latte for the first time, which I appreciate that about him. Like he'll
down
try
for anything, bro.
Yeah, he's down.
Anything.
He's down. Like he's not gonna try like alcohol because it's just a premise for him at this point. He's like, I'm not gonna do alcohol, but he's like, I'll try coffee. It's harmless.
Yeah.
So he had a sip of black coffee and a sip of my latte, and he said he tasted the black coffee. He said that just tastes like burnt water, and then he tastes the latte and he goes, that just tastes like burnt milk. I'm like, which would you prefer? He said, probably the burnt milk.
Yeah. It's an acquired taste.
Another thing he's never gotten is a proper haircut.
Oh yeah, we talked about this when we had him on the pod, Danny. You remember?
Yeah. Does he cut his own hair?
No, so his brother cuts his hair.
Yeah, he said like he doesn't care what his hair looks like. He never pays for a haircut. He just has his friend or brother do it. Yeah.
Well, he's gonna start paying for haircuts, or Eric's just gonna start doing it because Eric gave him a fade. Like, and actually, like I was very impressed, Eric.
It looks great.
If you're listening to this, like, I would trust Eric to give me a haircut, like legitimately, like a nice fade.
Yeah, that's a good fade, dude. He looks great.
It's really good.
Dude,
yeah, he looks great.
Completely transformed the way he looked. Me and Eric could not get over it. He looked like a new man. We were like, all right, you have to always get this haircut, bro. It changed his whole look. It was incredible.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, Eric's, if the YouTube and camera stuff implodes for some reason or he gets canceled, he's got a second career in cutting hair. So who knows? Yeah, pretty impressive. Scotty, he was going to cut your hair, but he never did. So
Trevor's took too long, and I was just like,
yeah, whatever. Dude, Eric's two older boys, they love baseball, man. They know a lot about baseball. Couldn't keep up with that stuff.
They know a lot about baseball. They're all into it.
Yeah,
big Cubs fans.
Big Cubs fans. They like just wanted. They asked like 40 times a day, like, "When's the Cubs game? When's the Cubs game? Can we turn the Cubs game on? Can we turn the Cubs game on?" They watch every game.
It was funny. Like Griff Duncan commented like Louisville's new Flagstaff, and then Jacob Thompson like texted me and Corbin, and he was like, "Man, like why are people like visiting Louisville so much?" And I was just I was joking, but I was like, if you build it, they will come. But I was like, it's just random. We had the 5K last weekend, and Eric was planning to come anyway this weekend for a while. So, and then Trevor, we just talked into it. So, yeah, I was just it's not like that's gonna happen every weekend, but it's fun to have people for sure.
Who do you want me to invite next, Chris? Who are we having next?
I don't know what running friend.
Dr. Bill weekend.
Oh, dude, I could get down to Dr. Bill weekend.
That'd be very fun. Yeah, that'd be very fun.
Because he trains hard too. He does some pretty nasty workouts. So
does he have kids? His kids. Yeah, I've seen his kids on the pod.
His daughter, he has a daughter at least, because she said goodnight to him live on the pod. But
yeah,
maybe his wife was pregnant or just had a kid, something like that.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds right.
One of those two. So yeah, that'd be fun. Maybe Dr. Bill. I don't know who else we could get over here. Brady or
Life Shred summer camp, dude. Just bring everyone to Louisville, train hard for a week, and have fun.
Do we need to Blaine Saunier? He corrected me one time. No last names anyway. Blaine, I know you'll listen to this and correct me. But he said he sees Yassine Abdallah like running all the time in Austin, and I think we talked about that. Like he made some hot takes about the weather.
Yeah.
And he said he would, if he saw him, he'd try to get him on the pod for us so he could like defend himself. So we'll see.
He does all of his freaking runs on the treadmill anyways.
True. Yeah. Most of his workouts are on the treadmill. So if you're
And
gonna
he
say
like
Austin's the best place to
sweat
train,
boxes the whole freaking place, dude. It's like
yeah, yeah, you got to train outside if you're gonna argue that it's a better place to train than Flagstaff. Like I feel like if you're just running on the treadmill, you don't really have a good argument. So
boys,
I don't
I'm
know.
surprising my kids with a Florida trip. I leave Friday for Florida.
Oh, nice.
And I ordered a Wahoo, and I'm pretty sure it's getting delivered and supposed to be set up while I'm in Florida.
Give Chris the keys to the crib, man.
I bet
I'll let him in.
Chris, I legit might need you to like help. No, my dad.
If you need me to,
Chris, you
Yeah,
can have the first run on it, dude.
yeah, I could. Yeah, I could. That'd be nice.
Legit.
I will use it at some point. I'm sure. Like if there's a bad winter day or something, I'm sure.
Well, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, if
hop
there's a
over.
bad winter day, you can just do your workout on it for real.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 10 minutes away, it's a pretty good situation for me. So I'm tempted to buy one on my own, but I don't really have they're $7,000, so it's kind of a tough purchase to make. You know,
If you use code
Floberg,
you get a free
Wahoo.
free fan.
Oh, nice, free fan, sick.
All right,
It's a really cool fan for what it's worth.
Definitely sold. Dang. Yeah, I thought Rory was gonna come through when he commented, but don't think that's gonna happen. So don't think he has that kind of pull.
It's like a $300 fan.
Oh, nice.
It's a little more than that, I think. I think it was 500.
I mean, dude,
Debatably.
Wahoo's losing out money for sure. Like, I'm sure this happens all over the place where like one person buys it and people will just go to that person's house to use it. Cause like Eric's is a perfect example of that. Like all of his Chicago buddies just go to his house. Like they're not going to buy it.
Yeah, like Will Hopkins runs on it. Trevor runs on it.
Yeah, like, it's no problem. So
it's kind of the perfect setup because it's in the garage. It's kind of a way, like you could just let him in. It's easy.
Yeah.
There's the whole gym there. The TV is mounted right in front of it. It's huge.
Scotty needs to build like a stairs or like walk out or like walk down to his garage and like put a keypad like a gym.
You know how expensive that would be in my gym? I would have to blast through 5 feet of rock to get a staircase down there.
Dude, good thing we're sponsored by Mason Co.
Dan, I would go to do that and he'd be like, I'm not doing that, dude. You're gonna crack your foundation if we hoe ram in this.
Yeah, it's might be worth it. We'll see.
Definitely not.
Yeah, but all right. Anything else, boys? Scotty, we're 8 minutes past your sleepy time cutoff, bro.
I know. I love you all, bro. I'd pod for 5 hours if it meant. I don't know. I would. I'm excited about the Wahoo though. We'll do some runs together, Chris. I promise.
So you're gonna work out Wednesday or no? Is your calf still iffy?
I don't know. I'm gonna run tomorrow. I ran today. I ran Sunday with Trevor, and it felt fine. And I was like, okay, I'm good. Fine all day. I ran yesterday or today. In the last like 3 miles, it like freaking balled up on me again. And then it's like hurt pretty bad all day. Like every time I push off, which is like the same as it was after the workout. I don't know.
Just take a week off.
I'm if it hurts tomorrow, I think I'm there.
Get on the elliptical.
I wonder if doing strength work on it would be beneficial or bad for it.
I think it's beneficial.
Is that what Kara said?
Yeah.
So you just
that and like light stretching, but I'm going to see Purvis Wednesday.
Oh, nice. That's a good move.
But if I try a workout Wednesday, I can almost promise you I'm bailing on it.
Yeah. Dang, bro. That is too bad.
Chris, are you going back to mornings?
Yeah, Monday. I've been like, me and my mom have been like scheduling like when I need her to come help me out, but I'll have Ashley's mom come some too, so it's not like just my mom. But Ashley's back to work on Monday, man. A week from today, it's gonna be something. Yeah,
I'm excited. Are you gonna come to NOCO Monday?
Yeah, it's either that or run by myself before and have to be home by 8 a.m. So rather run with the group, you know.
We've been getting 12 to 13 people on Mondays, bro.
Yeah, honestly too, I've been running too fast on my easy days alone, so it's gonna be like beneficial to run with the group again. Like I need probably 2 or 3 days a week where I'm running over 8-minute miles on my easy days, and solo it's like 7:30, 7:40 on like
Shoot,
hilly routes.
We've almost
So,
been there. Danny's a 7:30 guy now.
Sometimes.
yeah, it depends with who. And so, I mean, yeah, solo I've been like kind of running too fast. So, but you know, I had my breakthrough running 8:15s on all my easy runs. So I think I need to go back to that.
Yes, you did.
So,
all right, boys.
That's the pod.
What's the pod? 107 minutes, otherwise known in the running world as a 67 pod. Sub 70 pod.
Last thing, is Truett Haynes breaking 70 minutes and a half in the next couple weeks?
Yeah, he's gonna go 109 high, like 109.47.
Yeah, I think he will.
Is it a freaking mountain race?
No, it's like the Edmonton half. Rory's doing it as well. It's the Canadian champs. Yeah, I think it's a fast course, so I think he'll break it as well. Be impressive. Jacob said after training with him, thinks that he said it's definitely not guaranteed, but he's not saying that he doesn't have a chance. He said he could have a chance. So at the trials time. So
I love it.
Hey Danny,
not at Chicago, but eventually, yeah.
Danny,
what's up, bro?
This is the pod, but I want to say one more thing to you.
Okay.
You have a nice head of hair.
Oh, thanks, man. I was just looking at it earlier today.
You have like a really nice head of hair.
None of us are going bald, dude.
You do too, man.
I think I'm going bald, boys.
I'm getting kind of concerned about this. I haven't really voiced my concern, but it's there.
The peak?
Nah, dude.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
But no one in my family's bald as far as I know. So
I got a peak. I mean, I'm kind of peaky, aren't I?
Yeah.
Neither of your dads are bald.
My hair's always been like this, though.
Yeah, if you like really pull it back, it's like
they say it's your mom's grandfather. That's who's gonna determine your hair. That's what they say.
Both gramps have a full head, bro. I'm fine.
How you're dialed. Yeah, that's good
stuff.
stuff.
Also, if you took Accutane as a kid, you're cooked.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I had to take that. I had pimples all over my butt growing up.
You took Accutane?
No, I was checking. I had clean skin, bro. It wasn't weird.
Whoa.
I was checking out. I was checking.
All right, stop recording.
I have an Accutane story, but good night.
You took Accutane, really?
Yeah, maybe another pod. This is episode 369 of the Life is Right podcast. Peace.